Hello. How you doing? I hope you're well. I'm Melinda NailFanatic, and I was given instruction to create this reading for you because it's yours. You're going through something and you're not alone. There's a whole bunch of people going through the same type of situation you are. It may feel like you're alone, but you're never alone. And everything in life is a vibe, and you're never in it alone. So I want to begin by pulling cards from the delivery that I got today during the live divine download. If you watched that, I'm pull some cards from the Osho Zen Tarot. So let's see what we have today. What is this message about? What is the situation? We're delivering a message. What is it about? Hey Jazzo, hey Bone Shaker. Glad to have you both with me. Recording from my bed. All right, what is going on? What do we have? What is this message? What kind of message is this? Okay, here we go. I have a few cards that flipped over in my hand. It says suppression. Ooh, suppression. I kind of wish I had got my other laptop out because it has just such a better quality internal camera. And it's wild because this laptop costs like 5 or 6 times more, maybe even more than the other one that I have, that I usually broadcast from. And the camera is just so much clearer. Anyways, we're going to rock with what we have. Hello, Cappy. Welcome to the room. Suppression. And I feel this is past, present, and future. So either you or somebody you know with, this message will be about. It could be about any type of circumstance or any type of relationship. I'm going to keep it somewhat general only for the fact that I want as many of you to be able to see the energy, right? And then the nuances, the little bitty details, those are different for all you and me. But the energy, the core energy, is where we're going to find the greatest resonance. So I'm going to focus more on the energy of it. We're dealing with an energy of suppression. Suppression, trying to suppress emotions is what I'm getting. Buried emotions coming out. What emotions have been buried? Somebody has been burying emotions. We have a person who in the past has made a point to bury it. And they say, I hear bury it so deep under so much. But what's happened is, just like this person is being shown, you can't see their face. All you see is they're intertwined, completely engulfed in this rope. They've entangled themselves. This has become such an entanglement. As a matter of fact, in trying to suppress this energy in the past, it appears to me that a lot of stuff broke in their life as a result of trying to suppress this energy. And while they were trying to avoid it, every situation they found themselves in, this energy kept showing up. You cannot run from yourself, people. If you've been with us long enough, you know that this is true. We've talked about it. It's come through many readings. And here, this energy of suppression is given a lot of confusion. Where the head should be lies a box full of clouds. And in these clouds, they're definitely speaking about confusion, disillusionment, muddled thinking. And I hear bowing their head in disgrace. Somebody we're dealing with and somebody in this energy has been bowing their head in disgrace, feeling disgraced because trying to run from this energy, trying to avoid it, has caused it to flood into every bit of their current experience. It just keeps turning up over and over again. The more they try to run, the faster the stuff comes after them. And it's like there's no move they can make at this point. Whoever we're talking about, they've recently found themselves, and recent meaning it could have happened right before you got on this video, to I hear within the last week. Okay, they've recently got in a place where no matter which move they make, any move, they're so entangled in the rope of what they've tried to run from that they're gonna bump into the same energy. In other words, All their friends know. All their relationships know. It's like there's nowhere to run from yourself anymore. People see who you are. They see what you're about. You can't hide it. They can see it in your face. They can see it in your energy. You can't pretend like this isn't true. I feel like somebody's been trying to hide the face of their depression, to fake smile over their misery. But they're so entangled in this energy now that it's inescapable, and literally anywhere they move, this rope is going to trip them up. It's going to trip them up. The current energy, ripeness. It's time to eat the fruit of the plant that was seeded long ago. In trying to hide from something and burying it, all they did was plant a seed. Now that fruit is ripe. It's time to eat, baby. Ooh, so we have a lot of people reaping the karma of the plants that they sowed the seeds of long ago. Time to reap the fruit. And that fruit is full and juicy. So when they bite into it, it might make a mess all over them. In other words, again, I'm getting like the fruit is ready. And so it's like no matter which way they move, since the fruit is so juicy and biting into it would make, I see the way I'm seeing it is you bite into it and it like squirts out because the fruit is so juicy. Have you ever had that happen? And so it's like, even when they don't want to talk about it, they're going to talk about it. Even if they don't want it to show, it's going to come out. If they try to hide it, it's just not possible to be hid anymore. It was suppressed in the darkness of the earth for so long that it's now a full-on plant, and it's harvest season. The fruit is grown. It's time to reap what you've sown. Wow. So I'm hearing some of you are in a higher vibration with this, and what was suppressed was you felt that you were suppressed, that you couldn't get anywhere because you were living in an energy where there was so much toxicity and negativity around you that was thriving. In the old energy, all that restrictive, low vibrational energy was thriving. And again, I'm being told to speak about what I saw a video that made my heartstrings sing because it resonated with the truth that my soul knows, but my mind had forgotten in birth on planet Earth, that the Anunnaki came here thousands of years ago, and they did something to the magnetic field of Earth that caused it to flow in an unnatural rotation. But see, there's been a divine orchestration that has set that right. Now, what that did was cause the darkness to be the place of thriving rather than the light. That's epic. Especially when we think of how many performers that say you have to sell your soul. When you think of how many child actors have come out and said, hey, yeah, this is all about pedophilia, sexual abuse, child trafficking. When you think about how many actors have been killed out and killed off, who have miraculously turned up dead because of some crazy ass plane crash, or all of a sudden now they're heavy into drugs, whatever it is, and they OD, right? Once they become conscious, once they become aware and try to speak out. Well, you can know everything you want, but you're going to tell others the truth? Oh, it's ripe now. Now it's time for the fruit to be eaten. So they tried to suppress the truth for so long, but we're in an energy now where it's harvest time. So all those who planted seeds in oppression, deception, and manipulation, it's time to reap the fruit and enjoy their harvest. All those whose seeds were planted in love and peace and happiness, but it just seemed like, which way you turned, it just wasn't growing. No matter how much you knew you were blessed, it's also time for you to reap the fruit, because that magnetic grid has shifted. We're not in the old energy anymore. It's going to take a while. It's like when I started my business in 2008 was when I saw the societal effects of what was the recession that had hit us then. But see, I had been hearing about that recession for a year on the news. I used to watch the news a lot at that time. On the news, I had been hearing about a recession. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Everything's the same. Yeah. And then a year later, the repercussions of that recession hit the streets. I had just opened my business and so many clients fell off. So in the same fashion that it took a while from the announcements that I was hearing about a recession in the stock markets were being affected and such, it took a calendar year for the effects of it to be felt in the streets, in society, in my wallet, in my account, in my business, in my clientele, in their wallets, in their accounts, in their jobs, in their families. It became an everyday experience, and that thing was felt, but it took a year. So in that same manner, the balance of power has shifted. All that energy that was planted through manipulation, deception, negativity, low vibration, because of the unnatural flow of the magnetic current around Earth, that's all being undone. Now the flow of energy is going, oh Lord, thank you, is going in the direction it was created to be. And when I said, oh Lord, thank you, what I heard was sometime last year, I got a text message from my buddy, Bubba, who also channels and he works heavily with nature. He was telling me that he got out of his vehicle on a bridge that with the river that runs underneath it, and there's a swirl that he had always observed. And he said suddenly it was swirling in the other direction. Yay. And I'm hearing that message I got from my friend Bubba was like me hearing the announcements of the recession on the news. And now we're feeling it within our own energy, because we got this feeling. You got this feeling that, oh man, something juicy is here for me. I'm ready. It's ready. It's my time. I don't know what, I can feel it coming on. I don't know what it is, but can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yes, you can. You know, because it's harvest time. So likewise, it took some time for the effects of that recession that was announced to be felt by our everyday society, our neighbors, you and me. And likewise, the effects of this energy shift takes a while to trickle out into our 3D reality. But we have somebody here who was trying to run and hide from some things that they had been carrying inside. But hiding them away just helped them grow. And now they're bearing the fruit. So let's see what we're going into here. Rebirth, praise. Now, I love lions as my rising sign is Leo. However, in this, I see breaking free from control. All the dark energy is below. The camel with one hump. Why is that there in the cloud, in the shadow? There's a camel with one hump. Ah, oh, okay. So what I know about camels is they store enough water in their hump that they can traverse long distances with in the driest, most arid environments and self-sustain and survive in some of the most dehydrated and toughest terrain. That's what we're coming out of. And now that the control is being broken loose, we're going into our pure essence. Into our pure essence. That magnetic flow that we talked about was a form of control. One of the effects of that, what should we call it? That implant, that magnetic anomaly that was created here on Earth was that it separated us from our memory of who we really are, of who we really are, of our divinity, of our power. And now that we've broken free from those control tactics, it's time to play the flute, apparently, and let our bellies stick out like a child. This looks like a child. We're going to get in tune with our divine child nature. Child divine. We will know that we are divine children. And that is going to help our energy to hit peaks that we have not known before. It will delight us. It will give us much cause for celebration. Now, let's bring this to the human experience that we were talking about with somebody who had suppressed things for so long, sitting in the air of confusion, not remembering. Wow. Finally, there's this person, this individual, these individuals are making sense, putting together all the pieces of their experience. And in doing it, they're taking back control of their life from something that sought to keep them in an arid, dry condition of confusion. So this could be breaking free from control of a partner or a family member or a career. It's breaking free of an energy of another who is not the same as you. This camel and this lion are not the same. Sorry, we ain't the same. One is in this bright, shiny light, like the sun. The other one is in these clouds of gloom and confusion. So there's a breaking free coming out. This is awesome. I like it. Let's clarify these. I'm going to use my Universal Tarot deck. The imagery of the cards is the Rider-Waite, but I love the imagery on the back. So beautiful. I like that they're black. All right, so Luster Scott, thank you for these beautiful divine truths as you reveal them through me. For all of my brothers and sisters of humanity, at any point in time that they would find this message divine, Luster Scott, I'm so thankful and grateful for the accuracy, clarity, and simplicity with which these messages are delivered, so that I can speak them out, so that they can see, so that we can all be what we came here to be in our empowered nature of divinity. Praise. So thankful and grateful for your clarification of the cards that sit in front of me at this time on this day. Praise. Whenever you find this message, there is something important here for you. So it's okay if it's years from today or decades, because the way I've been shown, these videos will be preserved. All right. Clarifying suppression in the past, Luster's God. Thank you. The Knight of Pentacles. The deck is upright. I'm looking at the deck. The deck is upright. The Knight of Pentacles has come out in reverse. There's been a standstill. There's a complete standstill. There was a complete blockage. A complete blockage to the energy. Now, on the macro scale, where I was talking about the whole magnetic energy and how it suppressed our memories of our true divinity, this is showing that it basically created a blockage of access to the pineal gland. Like if you wanted to, in the old energy, if you wanted to have access to your pineal gland, it was going to be a whole lot of work that you had to do. Hence, people having to, change their diets and stuff like that, and routines and behaviors, and put a lot of time into it. When it was naturally born in us, it should have already been active and working, and it did as a kid. But the longer you sat in this energy, it went away. Your true nature was covered. It was attacked by this unnatural flow of energy. That's kind of, ooh, by the devil. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. That made my face get screwed up. I'm still beautiful, though. I'm just saying. Oh, okay. Thank you for that message. That was a divine channel message. Made my face get screwed up. This control measure made the way you presented yourself, the way humans presented themselves in this energy get all screwed up. It was distorted. They were still beautiful, but it didn't look like it. Well, the faces was all scrunched up, angry all the time. I can go from super angelic beauty to, and I can only get so ugly. Just saying. But because of this blockage to the divine connection point of the pineal for the human, because of the fact that it would go away during childhood, which is what we're going back to, right? The childlike energy of the rebirth. The darkness had a measure of control over us. Wow. Clarify this further, please. There it is. I have a deck, the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. Literally, it doesn't say strength on it. It literally says control. I'm just saying. The blockage, the stagnated energy that did not grow was put in place intentionally so that the humans on Earth could be controlled. Ooh, and our final clarifier. Hey, what did I say? The Death card. It's the end of that energy. Praise. It's in the past. Oh, I'm loving this reading already. You guys, it's so awesome and epic. Yes. So thankful and grateful. Now, in a relationship or with an individual, this is an individual who was not making progress because there was something or somebody with a dark energy in a position of control over them. This was somebody who was, this is that dark energy individuals, them ugly, dark, deceptive energy individuals who would siphon off your power, your wealth, your strength, your energy by milking you, by keeping you in an environment of toxicity. These could have been your coworkers, your family members, your lovers, some of you, even your children. If it was family, likely it wasn't skip a generation. It wasn't grandparents or grandchildren. Cryon channeled it. The link between grandparents and grandchildren is highly profound, which is why you tend to get along with them a lot better than you do your parents. Saying. And so that information came through. But it was meant for you to shine. It was meant for you to shine like the sun. The sun don't ask permission. It was meant for you to find your power and stand in it now in this hour. Now, out of 4 cards that I pulled to clarify this suppression card, 3 of them are major arcanas, showing that the divine love source, God, creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be, is at work and has been at work in this energy. I'm hearing sending all the finest warriors to handle this. But see, the challenge did exist. In coming into this place, you would forget who you were and show a different face. Wow. That's the bottom of the deck right now is the Sun card. So this is talking again about consciousness and awareness. Consciousness and awareness is what would give the break free of this suppression. Again, some of you have been creating beautiful businesses to benefit your brothers and sisters of mankind, and you wonder, why didn't it just take off like that? Everything is lined up right. I have pure intentions. I'm doing everything right. Well, that's why it wouldn't take off. You were doing everything right in an energy that was not of the light. The dark does not want you to do everything right. You would have did better if you were a thief, if you were a swindler. Then you would have thrived. But we're not in that energy no more. See, the death card came. Something about Pluto. Pluto is what rules Scorpio. Something happened astrologically, and I'm hearing past tense happened astrologically with Pluto. And this is part of the shift of this energy. It was part of it. Also, Saturn the taskmaster with the devil card and the sun. So something happened. I'm hearing something happened to change the energy on Earth. And this had to do with Saturn, Pluto, and the sun. I don't know astrology like that. And even if I did, I wouldn't remember every alignment, every conjunction, every trine. I feel like it's a trine. Yep. Something happened to break things through. And the sun was the most powerful aspect, because I feel like before those planets, for whatever reason, had to line up. I'm getting double sun, which doesn't make any. Okay. So it had to align with not only our luminary sun, but the consciousness on Earth had to be aligned with this breakthrough energy, with enough highest percentage of humans on Earth to allow this to unfold. Whoa. Whew, this is heavy, y'all. This is big. This is deep. Like Ralph Smart over on Infinite Water says, diving deep. Yeah, going on. It's going down. It's about to go down. With the Ripeness card, our first clarifier we have is the 8 of Wands. It's time the energy is aligned. It's time the energy is aligned. The energy is aligned. Gaia is ready. Gaia is ready. There's enough loving and nurturing energy for a change that takes us from the old earth to the new earth. And clearly Spirit says, say it. I wasn't going to say it, but Spirit says, say it. We are not talking about nobody's new world order, honey. We're talking about a new earth that has been brought forth. New earth. As a matter of fact, it's not even a new earth. It's a rebirth of earth. Oh, and we do have the rebirth card, right? Because it's like that whole magnetic shift thing that they did, it caused a suppression to where the consciousness on Gaia could not develop the way it was set to. It was like pushing the pause button on human evolution. Pause. And in that pause, draining on, whoa, I heard, as the pause button was hit on the evolution of human consciousness, it had the reverse effect. Just like I have 12 years ago, okay, maybe not 12, maybe 10 years ago, when I met my client, my nail client, she was the sweetest thing. She fell in love with my nails so much. She says, you're going to be my wifey, my nail wifey. And she brought me a crystal clear ring pop. I still have it. It was beautiful. It was formed exactly like a diamond. It's still in the case, which looks like a little ring case. It's clear, you could see through it, right? But because now it's so many years later, although it has not been touched, it doesn't look like a diamond anymore. It's just a blob that is pretty much all gone, and it's never been touched. Likewise, because there was a pause put on the consciousness of human, on the spit it out. Confusion was put. Confusion came through. That's what they wanted to do to you. But because the pause was put on the development and the evolution of human consciousness, the automatic side effect of this was that on its own it would begin to deteriorate without a focus on it. What you ignore eventually does not exist. But see, there's always been ones who were naturally tuned in, tapped in, turned on to this. And so they embraced their consciousness. A lot of times they were weeded out, rooted out, burning of the witches. They weren't witches, they were just people who understood energy in most cases, in many cases. Okay, granted, maybe some of them did practice literal, like, dark magic and shit, because there's always the ones that like to do that. But honestly, I feel like those ones would have got away with it. It was those who were into herbs and energy, and those whose gardens grew better because they loved their plants and they spoke to them. Maybe they knew the value of speaking to their water. Maybe they knew the value of focusing positively in attention at a thing to watch it grow. At this time, it's for them to know and for me to channel the example of on the show. Okay? The energy is ready. Gaia is ready. It's time for a change, for a new earth. It's going to be a battle. Everybody's not ready for what's coming. They have not done the work on their mind and on their consciousness, and they don't want to. They want to run away from it. But guess what? This is going down. Like it or not, it's going down. It's going down. It's a challenge that you can't run from. And it's crazy because, excuse me, it's a win, but it doesn't always feel like a win, because to get to the harvest of the win, you've got to go through the winds of change. In other words, 2020, baby. Whoa, what a year, right? Mankind has no record of a year like 2020, not like this. Oh no. The bottom of the deck is, yep, there's the win. I said it was a win. Victory card, the Ace of Swords. The truth has prevailed. Breakthrough energy, the crown is coming down. Not falling, but that which has been delivered to every human mind, Christ consciousness, is sitting and vibrating and gaining momentum in energy, as Gaia is also vibrating in resonancy. Some don't want it. They don't want this Christ consciousness download. They're trying to run from it. But see, the energy has changed on Earth from the balance of that what was raised up will be brought down, and that what was put down will be brought up. Yes. This is a win that first produces a struggle. So this is like where you win the competition, but your best friend has to lose because you win. So in that, because I said that, somebody, this message resonates with a friendship you have, and it's a best friend, and you're seeing that y'all ain't gonna be best friends no more. It's just not gonna work no more. You seeing that? Okay. because that person doesn't want to let go of their devilish energy, that dark energy that Gaia and their soul is telling them it's time to let go of that. You can't do that no more. But they want to hold on to it. They don't want it to go. They're afraid of what they don't know. They're afraid of what they've never done. So in the unfolding, we have the Rebirth card, where the control mechanism is shaken free. It's broken free from the control mechanism. So let's see, what is this Rebirth card here for? Bless us, God, thank you. I have the King of Wands. The King of Wands, this is, okay, the King of Wands is that Sagittarian, Leo, Arian, active masculine energy. This is saying, whoo, the way these cards are looking. Gaia's giving the orders and the energy follows through. Here we go again with the sneezing. Look, I was fine. Okay, we're 36 minutes into the show and now here we go with the sneezing. So, Gaia's giving the orders, the energy must follow through. Thank you for the blessings. May we all be blessed. Praise. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm fine. It's just the allergies. Yo, I didn't have any till I moved to Vegas, though. So the energy is following through orders. Gaia has gotten the orders from the divine. Gaia has said, yeah, that you're right. It's right on time. And so the King of Wands is the energy following through. Now, I had perfectly 3 more clarifiers fall out for me and you. Now, interesting to me, the first card that shows itself to me is the Judgment card, which rebirth is one of my key words for judgment, and we are clarifying the card that says rebirth. So there is a rebirth. That energy that was suppressed, that is pure in its authentic nature, is being uncovered and unleashed. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. We talked about Christ consciousness with that Ace of Swords that came out at the bottom of the deck a minute ago, which is why the Christmas song came out of my voice right now. That Christ consciousness, what is Christ consciousness? It's love and peace and happiness. Yeah. If you study syncretism or some of the esoteric teachings, you'll learn that those, especially Santos Bonacci talks about Jesus's teachings were really about aligning and activating your chakra points. It's that Christ consciousness. And he talks about the sacred secretion. Thank you for the verbiage. The sacred secretion, which is a secretion released from your pineal gland that will come down your spinal cord. And if your body is hospitable to it, meaning it doesn't have enough negativity to consume it and dissolve it, it will rise back up. And when it hits your pineal gland again, it will release an awakening, an elevation of consciousness, an empowerment of your consciousness, of mindfulness, epiphanies, downloads. Okay? A lot of that stuff is going to be happening. And because Earth magnetic flow will be set in its natural, has been, correction, I'm being strongly corrected, because Earth's magnetic flow has been set in its natural order and the momentum of it is picking up, picking up, picking up. It will also lend to hospitable conditions for that sacred secretion to rise back up in mankind every time, because now mankind will not be existing in an energy that is completely toxic by its electromagnetic frequency. Whoa. The next card that we have is the return of that childlike connection. Childlike connection returns. Childlike connection returns. Positive energy flow returns. Kindness, gentleness, compassion, generosity, friendship, humanity, consideration returns to our earth. And what else? You'll find the empowered human. Whoa. The empowered human. Now, in regards to relationship, somebody's going to get a message from a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, feminine energy and saying, oh, I've changed my mind. And they're going to be conflicted. Or somebody's, okay, I'm hearing, I said it the opposite direction. The communication is coming to the Queen of Pentacles, somebody who's changed their mind, or somebody who says, I can change. I can face, I have what it takes to make this change. I know that it's something that I am not going, I don't know how to do it, but I know there it goes. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I know I'm going to do it. Somehow I'm going to make this change. I'm going to make a change for once in my life. Because what they're going to change for feels so good. And they know that it's made a difference to them. Where in the past they didn't have the bravery, the courage, the tenacity to make these changes within their self. In the current energy of ripeness, they're suddenly finding their cojones and they say, I'm going to make this change. I am determined and I am going to do it. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to go through it. So where they were hiding from stuff from their past, they were hiding this trauma, they was burying it, trying to stick it in the darkest, deepest recess of their... they are no longer willing to do that. They don't want to do it. They know they have to face it, deal with it, cope with it, move through it. As a result, they're going to present themselves in a whole new energy. It is real. They are changing their behaviors with determination because they've been through an enlightening situation. Very recently, this whole suppression has caused them to find a brick wall. They found a complete brick wall. As a result of that brick wall, they had to face their demons, and facing their demons put them through a complete transformation. The devil, and above it was the death card as clarifiers for the suppression. So what they were connected to, that was suppressing them, they had a breakthrough in the recent past. Again, that could have been right before you watch this video or within the last week, whoever this is we're talking about. And maybe it was you. Maybe you realized within this time frame that you were holding on to something that you did not need to, and you had a breakthrough. And so you took the steps you needed to, you said what you needed to do, you addressed what you value, you explained what your vision was, and you set a plan in motion that you didn't know what the outcome was going to look like. You had to go into the mystery with this one. The unfolding energy in this says that your actions will be beneficial. I feel like somebody's going to take action that they need to. They will be determined to master their behavior, to return to this pleasant, childlike state of generosity, love, compassion, friendship, playfulness, kindness, because they are finally having a rebirth of their power. They've made a judgment, a decision that has made them sit in their power in a whole new way that they haven't ever chosen until today. And also for somebody, these two cards say, God said it's time to sit your ass down. The decision was made that God said you have to sit your ass down. You're doing too much. Sit down so I can show you about yourself. Sit down so that I can have you take a long, hard look at what you've actually done. This was somebody's judgment day. In movies, they have judgment day and then somebody goes up to heaven and they show a screenplay of all the stuff that they had done in life that brought them to where they're going to get sent next. Okay. Somebody had to sit down, come to Jesus, come to God, come to the truth moment. This is what you really have done. You may have sit your butt down, stop doing stuff, and let me show you about yourself right quick in a hurry. Because it's time for you to return to your true nature, which is one of love and kindness and sharing and caring and pleasure and fun and playfulness. Somebody is finally breaking free from this controlled energy of confusion, muddled thinking, causing behaviors that were unethical, immoral, and completely inappropriate. So I want to get oracle cards for you from the Manifest Soulmate Oracle cards, just to talk more about the love. We've talked a lot about the macrocosmic, the energy on Earth, how we're all in a time of great transition on Earth. We talked about the deeper things a lot. Let's go into this love thing a little bit for you with these oracle messages, and then we'll be done with our message for today. But I want to touch more on the love. I know a lot of you are interested in the love messages. So for the past, now for the present. Hey, Tina. Hey, Kaya. So thankful and grateful that you're here. Sherry. Who else is in there? Hold on. Hold on, Sherry. Nomi. Lee. Tina. Cappy. Bone Shaker and Jazzle. Hey. And all my silent lovers. Scary stalkers. Yeah. All y'all. Everybody watching. Yeah, you too. I'm glad you're here. All right. So in the past, regarding love, in the present, in regards to this love thing, and in the unfolding. So what's going away, what is, and what is unfolding. Now the unfolding. Oh, okay, lovelies. Here we go. In the going away energy, stop criticizing yourself. You are perfect just the way you are. So we have somebody who is feeling really freaking down about their self. This imagery looks just like this imagery. Like I said, somebody was all types of in the dumps, but they're about to quit with the self-criticism. This is what's going away. They finally, with whatever has happened, realized that they got to let it go. They got to go for the transition and stop being so hard on themselves. Somebody just always just ridiculing themselves, being mean to themselves. Somebody was watching one of my messages and where I said, love yourself. You got to love yourself. Like if you found this stranded, abandoned child out on the side of the road, you would take them in and you would give them love from your soul. Somebody finally realized it. Hey, I gotta stop beating myself up. I've been through enough. Oh my God. This person was mean to me. That person was mean to me. This person beat me up. That one abandoned me. Why am I doing that to myself? I mean, you don't get jumped and then go around the corner and bang your head up against a brick wall because somebody jumped you. No, boo. You go get help. You go get healed. So somebody you're dealing with here in this reading that has you resonant in the story and in romance, they finally realize they got to quit that shit. She could be a feminine energy with really long hair. If we look deep enough into my past, I could totally see how I did that to myself. I'm just saying, and how I had that breakthrough. In the present, in the now, in the right now, the moment of power. Now is the hour of power because it's always right now. It's never going to be then. It's always going to be right now. It's always right now. Okay, so right now. And where does the power come from? It comes from within. Dragons are highly significant to somebody. They recently either acquired a dragon, had a conversation of a dragon, have been dealing with dragons. Personally, I just downloaded a game called Merge Dragons on my phone like 2 nights ago, and I just started playing it. And I remember my twin flame telling me about her friend asking her about Komodo dragons, and she didn't know what they were. So I was like, yeah, I know what those are. They're like giant ancient lizards, really ugly things. They're pretty cool. Dragons. How have dragons showed up for you? If this is significant to you and resonates to you, yes, where is your power come from? It comes from within. And so you and them are figuring this out. This is the energy. It's awesome. Now, in the unfolding, what is unfolding? What is unfolding? I have found the one that my soul loves. Oh, I have found the one that my soul loves. That looks like an ace of spades. For somebody you have a resonance towards Maori. Oh, yeah, I get Maori. I'm leaving it there. And okay, Tahitian. Maori or Tahitian. They might have Maori or Tahitian tattoo work. Ace of spades definitely means something to somebody. I have found the one that my soul loves. So that's what's unfolding. Message, my phone just went off. I don't know where it's at. It's over here somewhere. Oh, there it is, right next to me. What do you know? So that's what is unfolding in regards to love. I feel like there's, because of the dropping of all this weight, now there's a grasping of the power and a willingness to open up in love. So, is this your story? Who are we talking about? Is this you? Is this your lover? Is this your boo? Is this your friend? Is this your best friend? Is this your partner? Who is this? All right. Put it in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all you do. I'll be back with another reading. Until next time, sending blessings of love and peace and happiness right to you. Ladies.